Good morning, good morning. Just in the garage hanging out, playing a little bit. But just wanted to get on here. I want to talk about something that I see is there's been a huge shift in society. So there's been a huge shift in our lives, and there's just been, I guess, more awakening to the realization of how powerful women are, right? What they're capable of, who they are, being confident in themselves, being able to go out into the workforce or wherever that is that they are and be able to make shit happen and own it and be confident and pursue it, and there's nothing that stops them. And I was thinking about like people's roles in their marriage, right? Is in society we have this assumption that the man plays the role of the breadwinner. They go to work, they bring home the check, the wife cooks, the wife cleans. That's the old days. Life isn't like that anymore. You know, when I think of my life and I think of the women that I'm surrounded by, I think of really powerful, strong, independent women who handle their shit on their own. And for me, I have no problem with that. You know, I know what I'm capable of on my end, but I also know what role my wife is capable of as well. And she's incredibly strong, she's incredibly persistent, and there's nothing in this world that is ever going to get in her way. There's not a single man that's going to intimidate her. There's not a business or a company or any type of higher power of wherever that's going to intimidate her. The only person that's going to intimidate her is herself. But she's a huntress, right? She is willing to go out. She is willing to make things happen. She's willing to make sacrifices, and she's willing to do everything that it takes to get what she needs and what she wants and what she deserves. For me, for me and our personal household, it's like this, like, right? Like, when business comes down to business, like, my wife is all business, and I can do business whenever I need to, but at the same time, I'm the fun guy, right? I like to have the parties, I like to have the cocktails, I like to have a good time, and I like to, just have fun. And so I have to know my role, and I've accepted my role, and I'm okay with my role, because I'll handle business when I need to. But at the same time, like, I'm that dad that, I don't work at a regular job. Like, I'm home during the day so that I can have a fun time with my kids. Like, I want more dads to be able to have that type of lifestyle that can be out with their kids, having fun with their kids, doing the things that they want to do. Dads should not be at a job all day long. Dads should be at home having fun with their kids and, be able to have some sort of like passive income where they can just like have fun and they can still bring in the income and just not have to worry about the stresses of those things. Being able to do what you want and have the freedom to do what you want, like, that's the most important thing. Sometimes I may like to have more fun when even we shouldn't be having too much fun, but I like to just have fun. I'm the fun guy. I like to have dance parties. I like to have people over. I like to just do those things. But, it's just amazing to me, it's just the strong women that we have in this world and how the community of women that I see within the ClickFunnels world, the digital marketing world, it's just how strong and powerful they are, right? They don't let anybody get in their way. They are going to get what they deserve, and they make shit happen. And they're just scaling their businesses, and they're doing things that maybe 30 years ago people would have never thought would have been possible. And so it's just amazing to see just what people are doing. And so, is there a typical role that a man should play in a marriage, right? Like, me personally, like, I'm just a clean person. I'm kind of an OCD person. So, my wife doesn't have to ask me to vacuum and do dishes. That's just something I've done as a kid my entire life because I was taught like that, and I just like to have a clean home, and so I just pick up and I do those things anyways. And so I don't feel that it's my wife's job at all to be like, hey, like, you need to clean up the kitchen, you need to do this. Like, no, like, it's okay. Like, it doesn't even bother me. It doesn't even faze me to play that role, And I don't think it's up to women to specifically play that role. And I think guys need to get out of their head. I'm not saying that everyone's like that, but there's obviously people that, are in this world that think like, okay, like, I'm a man, like, I'm married now. Like, my wife, I have these expectations. My wife should do this. My wife should do that. And that's complete BS. Fuck no. Absolutely not. Like, my wife, when she goes to her computer or she's on her phone, I know she's making shit happen. I know that she's talking, she's networking, she's building a business, she's growing things, she's selling products of ours, and she's always working and always hustling. And I trust her in that. And that's amazing, Like there's a couple, Rhonda and Brian Swan, and they're kind of like, I feel like we kind of resemble them a little bit, right? They may be scaled up way further than us, but you know, she's a very business entrepreneurial person. And Brian seems kind of like the fun guy, right?
Yeah.
And not that he probably doesn't handle business on his own, but you know, like I feel like that's kind of how our marriage is, right? Like I'll take care of business when I need to, but man, I love to have a fun time. And so I feel like if I had to go to work and I had to wear a suit every single day, I would dread my life. I would be complete bullshit. I would hate that role. I would hate to do that in any way, shape, or form. Like that's why I got out of a 9-to-5 job. That's why I don't actually go to a gym to personal train anymore, because I think it's complete BS. I don't think it's necessary for me to have to go to a job all day when I can work at home. I can make money from my computer. I can just work mainly at nighttime. I don't really have to work during the day too much. And I just get to have fun and play with my kids all day long. Like, how fun is that? Like, if I want to go to the pool right now, go to the pool. If I want to go exercise, I'll do that, right? Squish over here, he's just playing in the garage. We're just hanging out. Like, it's beautiful here in Boise. And you know what? I have 0 places to be. I don't have to be anywhere, right? Made money while I slept last night because of a digital product that we sell. You know, we have other clients and services that we'll take care of today, this evening when we have our coaching calls on Tuesday nights. But, you know, that doesn't even happen for like another 12 hours, so I'm not even concerned about that. And so I just want men to think about like what role they play in their family, you know, and I want dads to kind of have more of like a wake-up call of like, you know what? It's okay that you don't go to a job. It's okay, like if your wife wants to work and wants to hustle on her own, allow her to. You know, don't stop her, because think of this. You are only going to be as successful as you allow your spouse to be. So if you want to be successful, allow your spouse to grow and spread their wings and be successful. If your wife wants you to be successful, she should not hold you back from some of the things that you're doing. So, you know, think about that, you guys. There's no one way to live. There's no right way to do things, and there's no standard solution to any problem right here. So, but I'm gonna let you go. I got a kid potty training right now, so we're about to sit on the toilet. Hopefully, he doesn't pee on me 2 days in a row. But you guys, know your roles in your relationship. Or do you know your roles? Do you have to play a specific role? And I don't think that's true. I don't think that you have to play a specific role. I think that you should play whatever role that flows with your family, that flows with your business, that flows within your life and your world, you know? To have these false expectations of yourself that you need to do something specific, it's completely unnecessary. So stop getting tied up in these expectations of like, oh my gosh, I have to do this or I have to do that. Like, no, just whatever comes your way, just accept it and take it and go with it and go with the flow. Life will be so much easier and so much less stressful. You know, so be happy where you're at, right? Have a little fun, just like me. I like to have a little fun, so probably have a dance party at some point today. But you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. I hope you have a wonderful day. You guys, huntresses, right now, I'll tell you one last thing before I go. Huntresses, they are powerful. You cannot stop them. There's no one that's going to intimidate them. There's nobody in this world that's going to get in their way. And so allow them to do them. Let them be who they are. Let them spread their wings and let them fly, because there is nothing that is going to stop them. Okay? You guys, women are powerful. They are strong forces in this universe. And I'm happy that I am married to a beautiful one. And I'm thankful for all that she does for our family. But you guys, have a wonderful day. I got to get back to this potty situation. But you guys have a good one. We'll talk to you later.